Cosmos in white, darker uniforms with the orange trim belonging to the Carolina Railhawks. And we are underway from Cary, North Carolina. This is Moses and the ball. The left back will push it ahead. Austin Deleuze scored a big goal last week. The only goal was a game-winning goal against FC Edmonton. High pressure here. That's the way the Cosmos wanted to play. Tobin. Moses sliding it up. Bravo tackled away. Ian Moffat in that collision. Free kick going Carolina's way. Austin Deleuze will put it back into play. Sends it all the way across. Daly. Marceline. Moses, the left back, very high upfield. And he tried to find Marceline. It goes out of play. Throw in for the Cosmos, and Ryan Richter making his first appearance with the Cosmos. Knocked out of play. Richter was a starter for the better part of a couple of seasons with Ottawa, and they just acquired him from Bethlehem Steel / Philadelphia Union, who had his rights. The clearance from Moffat, wide left. Cosmos try to get numbers into the attack. 6 players up there now. Marceline breaks it up, juggles, lost it. Esmanidu cutting, serving it up. Flores plays it across. Orozco missed the net. Goal kick for Colin Clark's Carolina Railhawks.
You heard what he said. Need somebody in that hole. There was a little vacated space. New York took advantage of it. Couldn't get the shot on goal.
That was from Moses going forward from that wide back position. It's back to Maurer. 12th consecutive start for Jimmy Maurer, among the goalkeeping leaders in the NASL in a bunch of categories.
JP, that always happens when you have an outside back get forward. Ayoze, left back for New York, had gotten forward on the previous play. And if you win the ball, you always try and attack that vacated space.
Cosmos played all the way back to Jimmy Maurer. No pressure on him at the moment. He'll release to David Ochieng, the Kenyan international. He'll drive it long, trying to find Yasmani Duke, playing as a lone striker. Tap back. And then the foul on the Cosmos. And is it just a warning or is it a card as Bravo went down? It's Ochieng that got him.
Well, everybody in the league knows who Omar Bravo is, and he's always going to get a lot of attention paid to him. You want to put a body on him, you want to deny him the ball, but you've got to be careful in terms of fouling.
Played all the way back. Becky. Tobin. Tobin and Deleuze on the NASL Team of the Week this past week. Orozco pinging it forward. Got tied up in the legs there of Guenzati, who will control it and cross it all in one motion. Yasmani Duke heading it back, trying to keep possession towards Ayoze, who backpedals. Beaubert's pass, and that's going to go out.
Railhawk fans love how hard their team plays.
Throw in for Carolina. Pushed back by Daly. Becky. Ball deflected out. Still belongs to the Railhawks. That's Giovanni Savarese, who's also the sporting director of the Cosmos. 4th year with the team. Has already won 2 soccer bowl titles. Ochieng is after this. To the feet of Maurer. 5th minute of play. 0s on the board. Carolina Railhawks versus the New York Cosmos.
We always talk about tactics, and the first indication of any team's tactics, where is their first line of pressure? How high up on the field do they pressure the other team? New York wanting to press high, and so far Carolina dealing with it.
Guenzati taps it back. Orozco lost it there. Marceline played it back to Tobin. All the way back to goal to Silvestri. And there's that high pressure from Flores. Headed out, I thought, by Deleuze. That is the call. Throw in Cosmos.
And the key for Carolina right now, you can't play through pressure. You've got to play around it or over it. So when pressured at the back, their back four, they've got to play it quickly, out wide, diagonally, or over the top. You get in trouble when you try and play through it.
Ayose. Ocheng. It's blocked back to him. Ocheng will hold there. Playing in Roversio's spot. It's not so much an injury, but Roversio not at full fitness, so he was left back at home. He has been plagued by injury problems, but that has resulted in the lack of fitness there. Tobin, third year with the team, moving it ahead. Marceline stripped of the ball in a bad spot. Cosmos look to take advantage. Zati pushing it left. Orozco. And whether that was a shot or a cross, either way, it's well away from goal. Orozco playing a different position. He played that position in a friendly against Ibar as a central attacking midfielder, but normally, Shep, he's on either the right wing or the left wing.
Yeah, I like him a lot better out wide to the left. He's got a wicked left foot. He's got speed to get around the edge. But he does have the skill to play centrally as well.
Watson's pass ahead. Abadawi, clever with the ball, sending it across. Deleuze is after it. Nice job to keep it in play. Austin Deleuze with that cross. Swept away by Ocheng. Nodding it down. Not far enough on the clearance. Marceline. Dropping it back. Tobin. Carolina keeping possession here. Becky. Back in the Railhawks half. Daly. Becky. High pressure again for the New York Cosmos. Carolina will push it back to goal to Silvestri.
Yeah, it's a very patient approach by Carolina, keeping possession in their own part of the field. Now they give it away. And when you possess the ball like that, you're trying to draw the other team out so you can then quickly penetrate.
After Richter throw in, Bovair sending it all the way across to Mendez. Cosmos captain, moving it ahead, still with it. Lays it off on the left. Ayose, the cross inside, cleared by Tobin. Bovair drives it. It looked good when it left his left foot, but then it sailed high and wide.
That's a good crack at goal. The ball sitting beautifully. Nobody's stepping up to pressure the ball.
Back to live action. Orozco going for it. Daly does a good job to position his body between Orozco and the ball. And the Railhawks send it forward off the challenge of Fondy, who started the year with Jacksonville, didn't score a goal for them in the spring, found his way to Carolina, where he scored 6 times in 14 games.
Fondy is a good complementary striker to play with Omar Bravo. Very different styles, complement each other well.
Maurer holding there. 27-year-old goalkeeper. Doesn't see any pressure on him yet. Doesn't feel it. Now he's feeling it as he releases this well over the halfway line. Second ball cleared by Daly. Abadawi getting it back from Watson. Daly. Tobin. Moses left. Wanted to get a return pass from Deleuze. Instead, it's into the middle for Marceline. Haitian international, cutting it inside, swept away. Moffat moving it ahead to Orozco, and then back it comes. Ayose switching it. Ayose's 99th game as a member of the New York Cosmos in all competitions. Out of play for a New York throw-in. Cosmos with only 3 road wins all season, 2 at Miami, 1 at Puerto Rico. Out of play belongs to Carolina. Tobin for Daly. Cosmos back off in terms of the pressure, allowing Carolina to play out. Deleuze blocked out. Throw in Railhawks. Tobin for Daly. 12th minute of play, scoreless. Railhawks and Cosmos. They try to get it out wide. It falls to Austin Deleuze. The cross denied by Flores. Out for a Carolina throw-in, and they take it quickly. The Watson pass blocked. Recovered, though, by Matt Watson. Spinning away, Omar Bravo leads it in front. Intended for Fondi, that's cleared away. I thought Bravo had a chance to take that in deeper. He was very unselfish.
Well, it's a good recovery defending. There was a slip on the field by Ochang, and Omar Bravo momentarily had space.
Daly for Becky. Becky also a member of the Ottawa Fury for the past couple of seasons. Former teammate of Ryan Richter's there. That appears to be too long, and it is. It's a goal kick for Jimmy Maurer in the 13th minute.
Now, we talked about high pressure and turnovers. This was a giveaway right outside the penalty area, just out of the reach of Orozco.
Cosmos start from deep in their own territory. Giovanni Savarese said his team lacked energy on Saturday against Indy 11. He gave full credit to Indy 11 for the way they played, but said his team just didn't have the energy that they needed right from the start. They seem to have at least that part of it down pat so far tonight.
Yeah, it's really hard to explain. Here's a giveaway. But hard to explain when good teams do poorly on the road. And you could say that for the Cosmos for sure. The same for Carolina.
Entire ball out. Be a throw-in for the Railhawks.
To me, the motivation alone when you're on the road and a hostile crowd in front of you, you should never lack energy.
Offside flag was up on the far side. Ball is sent long. Cosmos couldn't keep it in. Moses dropping it back. Tobin. That was off Bravo, gathered in. The Moffat pass ahead, and now it's ahead to Orozco. He plays it through. The flag just goes up now. Offside, as Gonzati was streaking through. That was a close call.
Well, that's the type of pass you want to make. This incisive pass. There's the run, clearly offside. That's always, do you release the ball earlier or hold that run a split second?
Marceline moving it ahead.
Always good for a goalkeeper, though, JP. Even though the play is offside, Silvestri makes a big save on it. It always helps your confidence.
Shep, what does the first 15 minutes look like to you?
Yeah, it looks like a slow chess match. Really, you would think Carolina at home a little bit desperate in terms of points they need. I think they've got to attack the game more.
Here, Cosmos in white. Swinging it wide is Moffitt. Richter nods it down to himself. That was Orozco. He was going to take the throw in. Instead, he'll let Richter do it. Moffitt, 7 goals on the season for Adam Moffitt. And he's missed time with injuries. Wide open was Orozco. Dishing it. Sent in by Ioze, cleared by Tobin. Moffitt, he could shoot from distance, not afraid to pull the trigger, but he wasn't open there. Flores on the receiving end, trying to cross it. It's going to go out of play. It was Moses on the defensive stop.
That's good ball movement by New York. 1 touch, 2 touch. It all started with Ryan Richter making a good pass out of the back.
Ioze will take the corner. Zeros on the board, 17th minute NASL game of the week. Coming to you from Cary, North Carolina. Short corner for New York. And that's going to be off the chest. Coming back out to Bovair. Sliding it across. Moffitt. Now driven in and headed wide. Last touch, I believe, by Guenzati.
Yeah, I think Gonzatti found a good little seam between 2 defenders. Didn't have any kind of position where he could get that on goal.
Carolina gaining the halfway line. It's pushed out wide. Watson. Marceline. Collision there as that ball goes out of play. Throw in for the Railhawks. They get it in quickly. Moses. He'll push it across. Into the box. And the flag's up.
Well, we get a good look at it here. Very, very close, but I did think he was in an offside position. At least his head was, and that's what counts. You always look at a game, JP, the first 19 minutes, a lot of midfield play, not a lot of quality goal-scoring opportunities. And for me, you've got to find your strikers the ball in and around the penalty area. Omar, Bravo, not too many good touches. Same at the other end of the field. Yasmani Duke really hasn't been involved.
Flicked forward. Flores tried to spring Duke, who's still after this ball. He'll bring it down. Moffitt got it out wide. Manzati leaving it off. Ioze on the run. Tackle away. Good effort on the far side from Drew Becky. New York holding is Moffitt. Driving. Ambitious at that point. Wide of Silvestri.
Yeah, a little bit optimistic. But we've seen Adam Moffitt. He can strike a ball from distance.
Fondy goes for it. Couldn't get it. It was Mendez who was all over him. Cleared away. Carolina back again. Fondy. Oh, he thought he had somebody. No one there, just a sea of white defending. Carolina will get the ball back with Becky. Drew Becky up the right side off Fondy's chest. Fondy makes the run. Pushed back by Deleuze. Deleuze out wide to Moses. He keeps it rolling. Marceline in the box, cutting once. Swept away. Out for a throw in for Carolina. Tobin. And that's going to go out of play. Last touch by the Railhawks. New York Cosmos ball. Off the Richter throw in. Moffitt, we put him in a bad spot, but that foul bailed out the Cosmos.
Each fan will receive a free half-dozen donut certificate. Duck Donuts, a delicious treat.
Free kick for New York. Ball driven long and wide. Contact there. Free kick, Cosmos. Gonzati's the player fouled.
Well, Gonzati with a good first touch cuts it back. That's just a poorly timed challenge.
Andres Flores going over on that side. Will he be the one to take it? Right now it looks like his. Flores from El Salvador. He has captained that side on occasion. He's on their 2015 Gold Cup squad. It is Flores lofting one up. Duke. Awkward play there. Bovair, nice deft touch to keep it alive. Then the cross, back post area, headed out by Tobin. Corner, Cosmos.
That's a terrific little play by Ruben Bovair. And I say that because he hit that ball with the right foot. And he's really predominantly a left-footed player, but he's worked on improving the right. That was a good service over.
Just pointing to the head of Ayoze. So let's see where Ayoze is going to be on this. Swing and a miss by Duke. Here's Bovair. Wants that left foot, loads it up. Flicked over and into the seats.
And for me, JP, Flores, you talked about his El Salvadorian national team experience. I find it hard to believe he can't nail down a starting 11 spot every week. He's got all the talent in the world.
Ayoze cuts inside. Moffitt, there's the drive, and again, it's off target. Those fans in those seats behind Silvestri, beware, because he has such a powerful shot. If he's off target there, somebody might have to make a save in the seats.
Well, again, hit a ball from distance and have a shot at scoring a goal. You've got to hit a clean instep drive where the ball barely rotates, where it stays low, almost like a knuckleball that gives goalkeepers difficulty.
Second ball contested. Moffitt had some help. New York will get it down, and it's cleared by Mendez. Becky pushing it ahead, trying to keep that ball alive in the right wing, but instead it goes out for a New York Cosmos throw-in.
This is a portion of the match better for New York and a little bit sloppy by Carolina. Coaches hate unforced giveaways. And Carolina right now, this portion of the match, giving the ball away, mostly just trying to alleviate pressure.
Richter. Gonzati now on this right side. He's been going back and forth. Sebastian Gonzati's pass couldn't get it through. Connor Tobin drifts back, pushes it out wide. Becky. Mendez won that battle against Fondy. Railhawks get the ball back. Watson keeping it on the deck for Austin Deleuze. 12 career goals with Carolina for Deleuze. Here's Watson. Marceline going inside, wanted some movement. Deleuze over the top, wanted Fondy. And Bravo was already making a run, anticipating a knockdown, but Fondy could not get to that ball.
I just don't see the sense of urgency from Carolina. It's okay to be cool, calm, collected, play possession, but you're at a juncture of the season where you're desperate for points.
Shep, can any of that be maybe too much respect after a 6-1 loss, or no?
Yeah, great point. I think that's 100% what we're seeing, JP. You get shellacked with 6 goals poured in, and you're going to be a little tentative. And right now, I think we're seeing that.
And they scored first in that game with 6 unanswered goals for the New York Cosmos. And a huge offensive win for them. Ironically, since that game and the next game against Indy, Cosmos have struggled to score. 1 goal in their last 3 games, 2 goals in their last 4. Some of the big guns have come up empty.
Well, for me, you always want to make the other team do whatever you can to make them feel uncomfortable. So if you're scared of the firepower of New York, go attack them. Make New York defend. We haven't seen that yet. Right here, when I talk about patient, this is, for me, way too patient. You're playing at home. The onus is on you to get 3 points. I think Carolina would do better to be more in attack mode.
From Moses, pass to the outside. Watson, nice cut inside. Toe poking it ahead. Albadawi, nice cut. Then the shot, save Maurer. Big save for Jimmy Maurer on a great move by Albadawi. We talk about his passing, his creativity. He wins that ball, controls it on the dribble, and that's a terrific shot.
Yeah, he created the space for himself, and kudos to Jimmy Maurer. Good little save there because he had to get low and pick this out of traffic. There's a cut back to the left foot. Perfect goalkeeper technique.
Oh, with a shot like that, you wonder why he doesn't have more goals than he does. He's got the 9 assists, but only 3 goals on the season. Moses pushing it back. Anyone, though, who has watched Albadawi play over the last 2 years knows what a talent he is.
Well, he's got control of the ball, which is 90% of the game. He really has that ball attached to his foot, can cut back left and right.
Cosmos go the other way. And it's going to be cleared out for a New York throw-in. 29th minute, still scoreless. The one big save, you saw it moments ago. Jimmy Maurer robbing Nazmi Albadawi. Ayoze.
And sometimes things coaches do are subtle, and they make a huge difference in the team. And that's why Giovanni Sabarese is on his way to becoming a great coach. Early in the season, Jimmy Maurer, Cosmos wanted to play out of the back. He was being a little bit too cute in terms of distribution, giving the ball away. It cost him goals, but Sabarese obviously has told him, you know what, Jimmy? You have the ball, be sure, clear it long. So that's a subtle adjustment by Sabarese in terms of coaching his goalkeeper.
Marceline for Carolina, tackle away from him, gathered in by Austin Deleuze. Well, he gave that ball, almost gave that ball away to Yasmani Duke. Now the Railhawks get some numbers forward. Bravo and Fondy up higher. Fondy. Those two are not on the same page. Flores looking over the shoulder. Played back to Andres Flores. Cosmos have a man down, and same with Carolina. It's Guenzanti. And that appeared to be a clash of heads or cheek, part of the head.
Yeah, neither guy involved in the play. I think they were both ball watching and collided with each other.
The referee seemed to indicate head to head, but Guenzanti was holding all parts of that face. He's up, which is more than we could say for the Carolina player.
Well, there it is. They're both watching the ball and the play developing. Inadvertent collision of the heads.
It's Watson, who was the other player. And both guys seem to be okay. The Kunlun Red Star make their One World Sports debut tomorrow live, 12:25 Eastern, when they take on Ilya Kovalchuk at high-scoring SCA, the Continental Hockey League, on One World Sports, America's network for global sports. Guenzanti and Watson ready to come back in with the referee's permission. Happens now. Ball play back to Maurer. Mendez for Ocheng. Ball driven too far for anyone in white. Played down to Silvestri from Becky. Yes, Monty Duke going after it. Now it's Bovair. His turn to pressure. Oh, Al-Badawi slipped it right by him. And now tries the long ball. Bravo looking over the shoulder. And the flag just went up. I was wondering, though, I was trying to watch to see if he was going to be able to trap that difficult ball.
Yeah, very close.
Oh, he's on, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he was. And the assistant referee, what is he doing? First of all, JP, he's got to continue his run, the assistant referee. He's in absolutely no position to make that call.
But again, the skill of Al-Badawi, the skill and the vision to even attempt that pass. And the Cosmos would have been caught there. That goal, had it been scored, would have been against the run of play. Al-Badawi plays it ahead. Down the right flank. Fondy. The cross. Maurer and Bravo will both try to get to that ball. Watson. Headed dangerously up the middle. Marceline. Short ball. Watson. Low shot wide of Jimmy Maurer, but again, that was dangerous from Carolina.
Well, it looked very comfortable for New York for most of this first half, and all of a sudden, danger galore. Great ball played from out wide to the right. Just couldn't make contact at the far post. It was Matt Fondy who played the ball over, just couldn't collect at the other end.
35th minute. The big play in this first half. The Jimmy Maurer save earlier off of Al-Badawi a few minutes back.
Yeah, I would say New York has had the better of possession and Carolina the better of chances.
Especially these last 3 or 4 minutes for Carolina. Down the far flank. Attempted ball played across, knocked out for a Cosmos corner. Flores has been taking these. Carlos Hermosa, one of the assistants, seated. Aleko Eskandarian, another, right behind Gio Savarese. Same coaching staff, by the way, since 2013. Cosmos reboot era. Short on the corner this time. Ayose. Roscoe. It'll bounce. Cleared out. Moffitt tags it. That was off target. They claim deflection. Referee agrees.
Fans, it's time for the Papa John's
It's going to be a corner.
section. Tonight's Lucky Section receives a free pizza from Papa John's. Tonight's Lucky Section is section.
That was a better spot for Moffitt.
Yeah, Adam Moffitt never saw a shot he didn't like, and I don't blame him. He's got a powerful shot from out in distance. Now the corner, swinging out.
It's coming all the way out to Ayose, who backs it up. Loads up the left foot, finds the run of Moffitt. Cross was low, blocked out. It's going to be another corner for the Cosmos, this time from this near sideline. And Ayose is going to come over to take it. So he's been taking those on this near side, Flores on the far side, this opening half.
New York is known for their creativity on set pieces, corner kicks. They've been pretty direct so far.
Scoreless in the 37th minute. Driven by Ayose. Headed once. Second ball, it's Becky. Off Yasmani Duke, and they may say he handled that. Yasmani Duke, a Bolivian international, involved in Copa America Centenario, where he picked up an injury, facial injury, with Bolivia. Austin Deleuze. Headed forward by Bravo. Bravo gets it back, mishit it. You don't say that often about Bravo. Marceline. Inside, and that's going to be wide. Deleuze, closest one to it.
Yeah, Bravo got clipped after the play, went down as soon as he saw, and he thought they were maintaining possession. He hopped up. Now he's hobbling around.
Omar Bravo, quality attacker, #1 all-time in goals with Chivas of Guadalajara, 132 there. Became available this year. Carolina snatched him up. Silvestri. It's headed forward. Richter. Wide for Ayose. Pulling it back. Late stages of this opening half of play. Cosmos with the ball. Certainly looking better than they did last Saturday night.
Well, again, look at the slow pace of the game. And for me, JP, Carolina, I can't emphasize it enough. If they want to do something this year, they need 3 points.
The Roscoe pass ahead. Bovair keeping it on the deck. That's Richter, unselfish to give it away. Then Yasmani Duke. That's a shot that's blocked. I thought Yasmani Duke was shooting, not passing, and I thought he mishit it. I apologize if that's a pass, but
no, yeah,
looked like a shot to me.
Yeah, I think he definitely shanked it. Here it is. Yeah, he's shooting and saves the embarrassment of having a shot go out for a throw-in. But chaos is good when you're in the opposition's penalty area.
6'4" Silvestri. 12 games started last year with Philadelphia Union, had 5 shutouts. Then an injury took him out of the lineup. Off that corner, coming all the way out. Chipped up by Moffitt. Out wide, Orozco. Drives it up there. Settled by Bovair. Flores couldn't get it through. Moffitt tags that one as well. That's blocked. Mendez in the air against Fondi. That's been a battle since this game started. Ball out for a Cosmos throw-in. Down to the tricky stage here, the last 5 minutes of the half.
And you said a tricky stage, JP. The data supports that. Such an inordinate amount of goals scored first 5 minutes and last 5 minutes of each half. Whether you lose focus or you're waiting for the whistle, it's the best time to get a goal and the worst time to give one up.
Deleuze pulling it back twice. There was a foul there, I thought. Nope. Moffett turned over. Orozco shoots, it's deflected, and that almost caught Silvestri going the wrong way.
Well, he was definitely going the wrong way. Had he dove for the ball, he never would have recovered. But that ball deflected, and Silvestri had stayed on his feet, so easily stepped over to collect it.
.42nd minute, scoreless here. Richter. Gonzatti, right in front of his own bench, slows it down. Richter, up the wing, flags up. .42nd minute. Oh, something just happened as the cameras went away. This Money Duke is going to be booked. First yellow card issued. Did he not give him enough time to play this ball, or was it something else?
I think he kicked it away.
Yeah.
There it is, JP, the second time.
Yeah, if it wasn't there the first time, right? It was there the second.
Yeah, that's about as silly as it gets. He got away with the first one.
Ball coming through, should be Mowers. He'll let it roll into the box and then just grab it. Cleared by Ochang. Gonzatti lost it. Carolina back on the ball, intended for Fondi, never got there. Orozco, lost it there in a bad spot too. Fondi leaves it. And then he's taken down by Ochang. Bravo slides it right. Al-Badawi.
I can hear you and I can hear the announcers.
Going to the right, looking, cutting. Bravo was there. It's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, some shenanigans the last 5 minutes of this half. Giveaways in the midfield. Yellow card picked up by Yasmani Duke. Jimmy Maurer right now, settle it down. Take your time. It's about clock management.
Second ball!
Oh, you could hear Maurer. Second ball. Knew that one was going to be off. Throw in for Ayoze and the New York Cosmos. Push back to Maurer. He'll go up the middle. Ball switched across. Ochiang.
Well, this is a portion of the game where you have to be safe. And that's what Jimmy Mauer's doing, booming that ball up well past midfield.
Held up now by the Cosmos. Final minute here of this opening half. Richter, cutting ball, Moffett. Gets to the corner, blocked out, throw in New York. 1 minute, added on in stoppage time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated there'll be a minimum of 1 minute amount of time in the first half.
Flores
1 minute.
chipped it over. That's Richter. Right at Silvestri. The run was made by Yasmani Duke, but the ball was too close to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Ryan Richter has done a good job defensively, has rarely gotten forward. That would have been sweet had somebody capitalized on that.
Headed straight up. Al-Badawi went for that. Marceline Daly almost through with this first half. Zeros on the board. Carolina nearly had one. And they may have an opportunity here. They will with this corner kick coming up. This will most likely be the way this first half ends. Austin Deleuze, the veteran, will come over to take it. Spent 4 years with the Railhawks. Ex-New York Red Bull, ex-DC United midfielder. Deleuze sending it up. That's cleared out by New York, and that was, in fact, the last kick of this first half. Zeros on the scoreboard between these two teams. The only booking, Yasmani Duke had a yellow card just a few minutes ago. We're at halftime. Carolina Railhawks of the week here on One World Sports. Scoreless at halftime, Carolina Railhawks, New York Cosmos. Now, a message for all soccer fans.
Talked about options off the bench. A lot of managers think and tell the players, I'm going to give you 15 minutes of this second half to make a difference before I go to the bench.
On that whistle, second half underway. New York Cosmos in white, gray and orange uniforms belonging to the home team, Carolina Railhawks. That's up for grabs. The referee's got the foul. Alex Chilowitz.
Railhawk fans love how hard their team plays and how easy Blue Cross
Tobin for Daly, and then back to Silvestri. Sixth straight start for Silvestri. And his consecutive shutout minutes now are over 330 at home. Omar Bravo. Short ball, he wanted to get a return. It's not there, so it's played back to Moses. Push forward by Al-Badawi. And now on the left. Ball turned inside. Becky's after it. Right by the corner flag. Took a push from Ioze. Al-Badawi. He'll get it back. Look at the footwork. Al-Badawi fighting Becky in front. Tackled out. And the referee's got something else. Flag was up. Flag was up on Carolina.
That's a much better attacking sequence by Carolina. The first play started out wide to the left. New York, I think, never thought he was going to get around the edge. Played a ball right through the 6-yard box. And this one. That's all about Drew Becky doing a good job. Plays it into the area, 1v1, and then look at the dribbling in traffic. Pushes it out wide. Nice play by Oh Chiang to play that ball out.
Yasmani Duke will push it back. Mendez going the other way. Ocheng. Cosmos with possession. Better first half than they had a week ago, last weekend, against Indy. Yasmani Duke blocked. Ioze. He and Yasmani Duke in a two-man game. Into the middle it goes. Errant pass, maybe collected here. Moffett at the end line, playing it in front. Tackled out. Moses versus Flores. Good job by Kareem Moses.
Kareem Moses saves a goal. Tremendous defensive effort. Flores right at the edge of the 6-yard box, and Moses gets a foot in, deflects it out.
Cosmos corner. Edge of the box. Another tag by Moffitt, but it was off target. Al-Badawi couldn't get to it. Clipped ahead. Orozco. Yohandri Orozco couldn't get through. Cosmos have to get numbers back now in white to defend, and Carolina just pushed the envelope there and went too quickly.
Carolina has been trying to play the wide game. Use the width of the field, quick little 1-2, overlapping runs, but they haven't succeeded.
It's off Bravo. New York picking it back up. Flores. He'll hold it on the right. Cosmos do get numbers into the box now. 3 of them there, or close to it. Moffitt blocked. Flores. Nobody there on that far side making a run. It'll go out for a Carolina throw-in.
But a little bit better pace to the game, JP, in the second half. No more lackadaisical play. Both teams have picked up the tempo.
Tisha B'Elani among the available subs for the Carolina Railhawks, and he is one that could change a game. Here's a quick shot, and yes, Bonnie Duke had a chance there to put New York up.
Now this is a very good strike of the ball. Hits that ball low with velocity. Just couldn't get it on target, but that's a good hit.
Foul upfield on New York as Fondy went down. Free kick for Carolina and a warning for Ocheng.
We got the same foul before.
Switched by Daly. Tobin. Missed Marceline with that pass. Moses takes it to James Marceline. And NASL best 11 last year with Fort Lauderdale. Moving it to the right. Becky. Marceline. Attempted pass long was denied. Throw in Railhawks. Deleuze. Fondy. And no problem for Jimmy Maurer. Bovair, tough reception, back to Maurer. Railhawks trying to pin in Bovair, who sent it upfield. Right in front of the Cosmos bench, Guenzati. Moffitt. Guenzati went down. Play continues. We assume advantage. And now the referee's coming over. Cosmos no doubt asking for a card. Referee will keep cards in the pocket. Just a warning. Free kick here for New York when all is said and done.
Well, you'll see a double foul. Referee played advantage. Guenzati will get fouled right there. Now Moffitt will get the ball and he'll be sandwiched, taken down.
Ball back in play, knotted down. Richter bumped off the ball. Chang. Roscoe out for a corner. Good start to the second half. Still no goals, but the pace is quickened for both. Roscoe. A lot of these corners have been driven back by New York tonight. Bovair. Roscoe. Flores. And that one got away.
Well, again, the theory of playing those corner kicks so far back into the midfield is that you unsettle the back four, and as they come out, you could play it back in. Sometimes I think you overthink that, though. Corner kick, whip it into the 6-yard box with bend and velocity. Make the goalkeeper make a play.
The referee's coming over now. And now tempers are a little bit short. Giovanni Savarese very upset. Let's see how they sort this out. It's the Carolina player, though. That's Al-Badawi, who was down.
Well, I believe it was Carlos Mendez went in for the tackle. Drew Becky took issue with it.
Hey, that's pretty bad, eh? Old ball.
There was Mendez on the foul.
Hey, no, but why you say?
He's going to get booked.
This is pretty bad. Now you start to be. No, because you don't. Hey, it was elbow. It was elbow. It was elbow. And you gave a yellow when you didn't give a yellow over here. The other place.
We're being quiet because we're trying to listen in.
I had the right to complain. I had the right to complain, right? It should have been a yellow here, and then this is okay.
That's what Gio Savarese was upset about. The play before that, where there were 2 fouls, you could argue a 3rd foul, and nothing was called.
You know, we have the benefit of watching the replay, and I don't always stick up one way or the other. I think Giovanni Savarese is correct. That was not a yellow card foul. It looked bad because the Carolina player fell over Mendez. Mendez got all ball. I didn't see a lot of contact.
But Savarese said that's okay if you called the other one. He didn't have a problem with that being a yellow as long as the other one.
I think you heard it differently than I did.
Really?
Yeah. I heard Giovanni said, that's no yellow card. He got all ball. And I thought...
Afterwards, though, he did say, that's
there was
okay
another one.
If,
yeah. But easy for us up here.
Yeah. I wish we could hear more of those conversations. And the language was clean from what we heard, right? Unless you heard something else. That was excellent. Excellent audio. Approved for family audiences, too.
And it's a conversation. There was no shouting, no theatrics. There was a coach discussing with the referee what he's seeing and what he expects.
Moffitt running into his man. Ball running out in front of the Cosmos bench. Becky. He'll take this throw in. 25-year-old defender. He'll be 26 the next day.
Come here.
Fondi pulling it back. Double deflection. Cosmos will clear and give the ball back to Carolina. Drew Becky will take the throw in. Long up the flank, you wanted Fondi. There's a foul somewhere there, apparently on Fondi. Carolina really turned things around this year. New attitude, new culture, new owner, Stephen Malik. New optimism there. And just the fact that they would bring in a player like Omar Bravo tells you how different it is in Carolina. That would not have happened last year, the year before that. Bravo might have been available, but he would not have ended up here. So that's a credit to the new ownership and what they're trying to do in the Triangle area.
Yeah, I think that's clear kudos to the new ownership group. A commitment to the city, to the team, to the fans.
He's a local owner, local businessman. Comes back now to Guenzati. Ayoze, nobody at the post. Kareem Moses spent the last couple of years with FC Edmonton. Will play it short to Marceline. Pressured by Orozco. Getting closer and closer to the hour mark where normally teams will make a change.
Well, the theory for coaches is they tell the player going in, you've got 30 minutes left to make an impact on this game. And with the likes of Lucky Kusana, Arrieta sitting on Giovanni Savarese's bench, and Cipollone for Carolina, I think you're going to see subs.
Bravo. That's Bovair, and he's going to get booked, I would think. He should expect a yellow card if he wraps both arms around the player. Third booking tonight on the New York Cosmos.
Well, there it is. That's always going to get a yellow card.
'59th minute.
Cosmos yellow card to the 59th.
Still the zeros on the scoreboard. New York Cosmos, highest scoring team in this league with 45 goals coming into this. Railhawks in a three-way tie for fourth among goal-scoring leaders. Al-Badawi tackled away from him. It's going to be a corner kick for Carolina.
Fans at Sacramento Railhawks Sweet Twins corner kick. Remember this weekend, kids were learning to improve the paying adults at Sweet Tomatoes in Carolina.
Al-Badawi spots it.
Crossroads or on Capitol Boulevard in Raleigh.
Ready to strike. Al-Badawi. Maurer was going to come out. Thought better of it. And then it went off Moffitt for a corner from the opposite side.
That's not a well-taken corner kick by Al-Badawi. Floats that ball.
Another corner opposite side, and that's wide. Chase for the ball. Al-Badawi. This is tough, 1v1. And Guenzati with a nice effort, and that's going to be a goal kick, apparently. That's a nice effort. Defensively, that looked like it was going to be a mismatch in that 1v1.
Yeah, Guenzati did a terrific job. Quickness to recover from the step over. There it is, and he turns around. That's that quickness that allows him to get back, poke it off of Al-Badawi.
Ocheng just past the hour mark. Scoreless from Cary, North Carolina. Played back with some velocity to Silvestri. Out wide for Becky. Right in front of that New York Cosmos bench. It's Al-Badawi turning. Going up the wing. Off one block. Becky will find it. Omar Bravo. Al-Badawi. Marceline. Some good ball movement here. Final pass to the outside, Becky. The cross. It bounced to the box. Marceline, edge of the box, now inside. Chipping it. Headed once wide, but foul is going to go against Carolina.
Oh, it's good ball possession by the Railhawks. And there's the contact by Omar Bravo into the back of Mendez. Always going to hear the whistle for that.
Ball switched, not enough on it. Carolina will knock it back the other way. And the Cosmos half for Mendez. Ocheng. 63rd minute. Scoreless between Carolina and New York. Last time they played, 7 goals scored, 6 by New York, 1 for the Railhawks. It was by Fondy that started the scoring, and it was early in the game. Ocheng. Up the middle of Orozco. Bovair is wide. Bovair curling ball up. Nobody making that run in white. Goal kick for Silvestri.
We've seen so many balls by both teams played to the back post with nobody there. It's pretty simple in attack. You always, when you get the ball wide, you need one player making a near post run, one making a far post run.
Contact there. Cosmos have a man down. Becky's going to get booked. First yellow card to Carolina, and it was Guenzati who felt that one.
That's good sportsmanship by Drew Becky. No malicious intent. He's just hungry to try and get that ball. Mistimed his sliding tackle.
Ayose will push it back for New York. Ochang. Mauer reacts to that well. Saw potential danger. Guenzati chasing it down. Lost it there. Watson. Out wide. Deleuze. Marceline will drive this ball across in the 65th minute. Al-Badawi. Marceline. Now launched into the box for Bravo, and that's cleared away by the captain, Carlos Mendez.
JP, I thought New York had the better in the run of play in the first half. I think in the second half, Carolina with the edge. More possession of the ball, more players forward.
66th minute. Railhawks have a corner kick coming up. Driven low and blocked right away by New York. Ayose sending it forward. On the go. New York in white on the attack, and then a knockdown there. Yasmani Duke taken down. No foul issued. Al-Badawi. Help is coming in the right with Becky. Al-Badawi keeps it. That's blocked. Deflected into the box. Headed away. Out for another corner.
Well, Adam Moffat doing a good job sitting in front of the back four, trying to clean up all those second balls.
Ready for this corner. It's Al-Badawi again. He'll drive it. Oh, Fondi looked like he had a good chance for that one. Didn't connect.
Well, from our angle, Matt Fondi looks like he had a wide open look.
The Becky pass is blocked. Entire ball out on the sideline. Belongs to Carolina. Off that throw-in. Left there, Marceline tags it. That's still rising into the seats past Mauer. The Yale Bulldogs return to One World Sports Saturday live at 1:30 Eastern. They'll host Lehigh at the historic Yale Bowl in New Haven. Ivy League football on One World Sports, America's network for global sports.
That was a good corner kick played in by Al-Badawi. Matt Fondi misjudged it.
To the feet of Mauer. Orozco came back for it. Ochang. 68th minute. Scoreless between Carolina and the New York Cosmos. Foul called against Carolina. Played back by Mendez. Ayose. Ochang. Carlos Mendez. nobody was making that run down the left flank. Pressure on the ball now by Guenzati. Help coming with Moffitt. Al-Badawi. Mendez hitting that one all the way back with authority, so there's no chance to turn that ball over there.
Well, again, I'm surprised we haven't seen substitutes off the bench. Giovanni Savarese has terrific options, and Colin Clark, 0-0, not good enough for him.
Jose over the top, the run's made, but Silvestri saw it all the way. Moses to the outside. Pushed back by Deleuze, Tobin, Matt Watson. Daly, Becky.
I think, JP, the ball is moving, but the players' runs have become very stagnant. Players standing instead of running into space.
That's a bad turnover there for Carolina. Orozco leads the way. Help is there. It's Guenzati in. He went down. Referee's pointing to the spot. It's a penalty. Cosmos have a chance to take the lead.
Well, you look for a seminal moment in a 0-0 game. This has to be it. I don't think there's any doubt. Connor Tobin left his feet. Not a whole lot of arguing. They're discussing it. But it was the ability of Guenzati to stop that ball on a dime that drew the contact, drew the foul.
Let's see who's going to step up and take this for New York. Moffitt, you would think, not just because of his 7 goals, but he has also in the past shown that ability to take penalties.
And the size and agility of Brian Silvestri. Does Adam Moffitt hit it with power or hit it with guile?
Moffitt ready to strike. Moffitt, he went with finesse and scores 1-0 Cosmos. I would have bet the other way, Shep, because I've only seen him hit with power.
Yeah, we should have taken the bet because I've seen him hit with power, but
So
I've seen him take the penalty kicks with guile.
Yeah.
I thought he was
Guile's
actually
a good word for you.
Chip down the middle, but here's the play. I don't think there's any question that Connor Tobin mistimed the slide, and there it is. Just that little bit of a hesitation, dip the shoulder, sends Silvestri one way and slot it the other way.
And the Cosmos were thinking about making a change, see if it happened on that penalty kick or before that penalty kick.
And let's see if it's a different change now with the score 1-0.
Battle for the ball with Yasmani Duke. They have not made the change. Here's New York with Bovair. And Bovair! 2-0. New York. All of a sudden, the Cosmos have opened it up on the left foot of Bovair from distance. 2 goals, Shep, maybe a minute apart. Changed the game completely.
Absolutely catastrophic for Carolina. What a goal by Bovair. Nobody expected the shot. What in the world was Brian Silvestri doing? He never even made an effort to go for it. Either he was blocked and didn't see it. He couldn't possibly have thought that was going wide. That's a wonder goal by Ruben Bovair.
His 3rd goal of the year for the New York Cosmos. About a minute before, the 8th goal of the year was scored by Adam Moffitt. And this is the change they were going to make before Orozco makes his exit. Jairo Arrieta comes in. So the scoreline didn't matter there, Shep. They were going to make that change before. Actually, when it was 0-0. That was the change they were going to make.
I would have thought it would have been Arrieta straight up for Yasmani Duke. So Giovanni Savarese, he's saying we've got 1, we've got 2, let's go get a 3rd. Devastating for Carolina, though, JP, because I thought they had the better in the run of play.
just trying to think back, Shep, on that penalty kick. Right before that, that ball was given away. Carolina had clear possession. They gave the ball away. It led to the Cosmos coming back and drawing that penalty.
Yeah, JP, the worst time to give a ball away is when you're playing out of your own third because all of your teammates are moving upfield.
Al-Badawi with it, knocked away by New York. And if you're Carolina, you know the history, and I mean history just this year, of the New York Cosmos. They have lost leads late on the road. They did that in the spring season, couple of games. Indy was one, Minnesota was another. So if you're Carolina, you've got to think this is not over. You have to think that way.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the history of they gave up the 1 goal and scored 6, but you're absolutely right. Colin Clark and his players know that this Cosmo team has been fragile when leading on the road. Plenty of time left in this game.
Not talking about last year's Cosmos or the year before, or even the year before that, but this year, for sure, they've had those lapses on the road. So that's got to be certainly in Carolina's thought process here. But I'm also surprised, like you were, they've not made any change. 75th minute.
And JP, for Carolina right now, it's the psychological component of scoring the next goal. Carolina gets a goal, it's going to be all-out chaos for New York defending.
Ayose turning it upfield with speed. He's taken down. Becky's already on a yellow card, so he's got to be somewhat cautious. Somebody wants to make a change here. That was quick, but ball was still in play. Can't make a change there. We want to get Cipollini. He's going to be coming in. T. Cipollini will replace James Marceline, and that's most definitely an offensive-minded substitution, and that's what they have to do here.
Put your hands together for Red Hawks' first substitution brought to you by Mellow Mushroom.
So they won't have 2 holding midfielders now, and in fact, Cipollini will most likely, I would think, Shep, go wide.
Yeah, we'll have to see where Arrieta goes. Is Giovanni playing with 2 up top, or drop one of them, Yasmani Duke, into the midfield?
Cipollini has had a terrific career with Carolina. A starter most of the time. 3 goals, 3 assists on the season. He's one of those guys that Al-Badawi is tied with 9 assists in terms of a single season high. Cipollini did that last year. Al-Badawi this year. That's the NASL modern day record. 4 players are tied with 9. Al-Badawi had a chance to break that and be all alone on top, but his team hasn't scored tonight. They've come close. Played long by Daly. Off Ayose, throw in here for Carolina.
Well, again, as a former goalkeeper, I always have the clock in mind, and if you're the Railhawks, you've got to find a way to get a goal before the 80th minute.
Fondy ran through, dummied that ball, thought somebody was close to him. Beauvair's pass ahead, off a block, Arrieta and Beauvair knock it ahead. That's on Beauvair, and he too has to be careful. He's already on a yellow. Cosmos have Duke, Mendez, Beauvair on yellows. Becky, the lone player booked for Carolina. The score is misleading right now. 2-0. Cosmos. Goals about a minute or so apart. And the first one came really after Carolina had possession of the ball and just lost it, gave it away.
Yeah, and that's the mental component again. They've just given away a penalty kick. They've gone down in the game 1-0, and they switch off for a moment, give it away, and now they're down 2.
78th minute. Giovanni Salvarese wants his team to be able to close out games like this on the road. And the road is where they'll be for the majority of the rest of this NASL fall season. Just the 2 more games at home, one Sunday, and then one against Miami, a different Miami team than the Cosmos have seen this season, especially with all the former Cosmos on that team. Latest one being Hunter Freeman. Arrieta on the right, slowed down by Moses. Moses doubled up. Tire ball out. Throw in for the Railhawks. Oh, no, it's going to be throwing for the Cosmos. They could take more time off the clock. Off the Richter throw in. No room on the side. Into the box, swept away by Tobin. No foul call there, surprisingly, on New York. It comes all the way back to Jimmy Maurer. Remember that big save Maurer made against Al-Badawi in the first half? Otherwise, maybe a different game here tonight.
Well, again, it's all about the next goal, and for New York, they have dropped Yasmani Duke back into the midfield. Arrieta as a lone striker up top, and so you don't want to give it away. You want to have to make Carolina earn it.
Arrieta putting a little bit of pressure on Tobin in the 80th minute. Deleuze back to Silvestri. Silvestri had only given up 2 goals in the last 5 starts. Given up 2 about a minute or so apart tonight. Ayoze's throwing. He'll get it back. Pushing it back to the feet of Carlos Mendez. Cutting it at an angle from Maurer. High pressure on Maurer. Jimmy Maurer, good footwork that time to find Mendez. And then upfield, the Cosmos get out of danger quickly. All the way back to Silvestri. Pressure from Duke. Tobin. Daly. Back for Connor Tobin. 10 minutes left and some stoppage time. Railhawks at home, down by 2. They haven't lost a home game since May. Moses to the outside. Deleuze. Easy play for Maurer. Maurer working the clock. We'll get this one upfield. New York Cosmos with a 2-0 lead. 5 changes from Saturday's game against Indy 11. And if you joined us late, as that file is called, all the changes were based really on how to play this game. No one was being punished for that game, for the loss. Just 5 changes to play a different style of game tonight on the road. And then there's the turnover with that high pressure. That's what they've done for a good portion of the night.
Well, again, the giveaway from pressure, that's been the Achilles heel for Carolina tonight.
Yasmani Duke tried the give and go. Slowed down there, tied up by Watson, and now it's Al-Badawi. Shibalani tried to go inside. Good job by Ayoze. T. Shibalani. Played it in front, settled by Fondi. Looking for a shot, he just dropped down. Tried to get a call, it looked like. Here's Flores back the other way. That was another good situation, though, potentially for Carolina.
Yeah, good one created by the skill of Shibalani. Got the ball to Connor, or got the ball into Matt Fondi, and Fondi with a poor first touch. The ball got stuck in his feet, and he just went down.
Ayoze back to Maurer in the 83rd minute. Maurer coming into this game with 11 shutouts. He had 12 shutouts a year ago. 11 the previous year. Ball knocked out, assumed because of an injury. As play has been stopped and there is a man down. Yasmani Duke, who we believe was going to be subbed out for Lucky Kasana, is the player down. While we have this opportunity, the New York Cosmos look to rally to repeat as champions, and that continues on Sunday afternoon. They'll host their longtime rivals, Fort Lauderdale at Short Stadium on Long Island. Coverage here on One World Sports begins live at 4 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget, you can also stream the game live on oneworldsports.com. Strikers are playing tonight as well. One of 4 games tonight. They are on the road at Puerto Rico. So is this the exit for Yasmani Duke? Appears to be with Lucky Kasana as an available sub, and Lucky is going to be coming into the game.
Well, we thought this substitution might have occurred much earlier, JP, but it's been a wonder night for Savarese and his team in terms of moves, in terms of the score. It's still just the 84th minute, so no way to celebrate right now, but Duke out and fresh legs and Lucky Kasana into the game.
And now 2 more subs, Shriver and Ceballos, as Colin Clark will look to bring in some not only fresh legs but also some fresh ideas. And Shriver is a guy that's scored a bunch of goals for them. Deleuze is coming out. Let's see who else is coming out. Deleuze and Fondy, the players out. Ceballos in, and Brian Shriver is in. Shriver has 33 career goals for this team, including 15 in one season back in 2013. So not much time for these guys to get something going, but 3 offensive-minded substitutions made by Colin Clark with his team down.
Yeah, and I always question these late substitutions, JP. You can't expect much in 5 minutes for a player to come in and make a difference.
Shriver passed to Shipolani. That's beyond the reach of Becky. Switched across. Matt Watson, formerly with the Chicago Fire and Vancouver of MLS. Gave that ball back. Cosmos back to Ocheng. And it bounces out. Should be a throw-in for New York.
I like the way Ocheng has played. We've seen him enough times this year. He's young, he's strong, he's very physical, he's talented, he's got good feet.
Did he play more minutes this year, Shep, than you expected because of Reverso's injury, the trade of Freeman, etc.?
Yes, but I think he's going to grow into owning the position. I think he's got that much talent. Right now, if you're Giovanni Savarese, you're thinking, who are my central defenders come playoff time?
Carolina back on the ball, right side. Becky. Shipolani. Running it wide on the right. The cross. Right to Maurer on the bounce. Shriver was going for it in the 87th minute.
Yeah, but it's another good ball played in by Shipolani. He's got that subtle weaving with the ball at his feet. A little bit of a stutter step, gets wide, puts a dangerous ball in.
The Maurer clearance. It's going right back to New York. Ayoze. Back to the feet of Maurer. Cosmos just trying to manage this one, kill the game, the final minutes of it. Just not make a mistake that allows Carolina back in. Watson leaves it. Becky, in front of his own bench, kept it on the ground, cut off, cleared out by Mendez. Becky with a quick throw in. Intercepted. Cosmos back on the ball with Bovair. Cosmos with just the 1 loss in their last 10 games, and that was the Indy game Saturday.
And fans, remember after the game, your Carolina Railhawk players will be signing autographs in the Wake Orthopedics Autograph Alley.
Becky puts one up, way over Maurer. It's got to be frustrating for Carolina. Certainly the score looks worse than they played.
Yeah, nobody any more competitive than this man, Colin Clark. His resume speaks for itself. He's got that new ownership group behind the team, and this has to be a disappointing night for him.
89th minute, Maurer over the halfway line, missed on his connection with Moffitt. Flores for Lucky Kusana. Lucky down the right side, playing it in. Scooped up by Silvestri. Back from Tobin. Silvestri clips it ahead. Just outside the circle, Cosmos looked like they had it won. Now they have to fight for it again. Second and third ball brought down. Cosmos almost got to that. Played back to the feet of Silvestri as we approach the 90th minute.
Yeah, but again, for New York, it's mistake-free. Nobody trying to be fancy, just being simple. Get the ball, clear it out, pump it upfield.
Railhawks with it for Watson. Way over Shipolani. Cosmos will take their time with this throw-in. Iose. He'll get it back. Loves the left foot, pushing it up the wing. Off Guenzati. It was Daly who had that first reaction to it. Arietta picked off. Shipolani cut off by Moffitt. Gathered back in by Ceballos. Marvin Ceballos lost it there in the end. Stoppage time now. We're past the 90. Past the 90th minute is Kasana. Plays it in the slot area, and the stop there is Bovair. Right in the middle. Just outside the 6. That was a nice setup.
Yeah, and Bovair, you can never fault him for shooting, but he had a wide open teammate to the left.
4 minutes added on here. Cosmos just trying to finish this one out in style and get what would be 3 big points on the road to extend their lead over second place Indy in both the fall and combined standings. Al-Badawi, a driven ball across, and Bravo was marked up well by Ryan Richter.
I think Ryan Richter had a good night as well, JP. His debut, flawless on the defensive side of the ball.
It is Maurer off the left foot into the second minute of stoppage time. It's coming back towards Richter. Out for New York Cosmos throw-in. Well, the changes made by Giovanni Salvarese certainly paid off tonight for the New York Cosmos.
Cosmos' final substitution.
They're going to make another change. One more. Mulligan is going to come in for Flores. A defensive-minded substitution to just make sure they close this down.
Well, a good night's work by this man, Flores. They were active, everybody in the midfield for New York. Adam Moffitt, Bovair, Flores, Gonzati, and Orozco.
Mulligan is a defender, but he can also play in the midfield, so let's see where they put him. He normally is the right back. Has been the last 11 games. They may just put him in Flores' spot, right side of the midfield.
Yeah, that's where he went when he came on the field. You don't want to bring in one player and have 2 players change positions.
And it will be a throw-in for New York on the far sideline. Up the wing. Now it's Kasana. Bovair's had a strong game tonight. Same with Iose. It's Iose on the ball. Moffitt all the way back to the feet of Maurer. We're in the final minute of stoppage time. Somewhat dangerous. Tobin. Al-Badawi. I like Al-Badawi's first touch the entire night. First moves that he's made with the ball have been fantastic.
Yeah, that first touch gives you everything. It gives you time and space and the ability to turn and face the defender.
Free kick, and this is quite possibly the last kick of the game, the way this has taken so long to put back into play. Gobert back to 10 yards. Now it's played short. Daly puts one up, headed up, and Maurer grabs that, protecting the shutout. Should guarantee him a shutout now. Can't be much left in this. Maurer's distribution. Iose, that's going to do it. New York Cosmos have struggled on the road, but Shep not tonight.
Well, JP, we talked about it. Maybe this